And welcome once again to another fantastic episode of Constructing New Walden City. My name is Dr. Wasabi and it is episode 41, I believe. Wow, I can't believe we've already got here so quickly, folks. So we are in the Mansion District, as some of you may know. A few episodes ago, I did a episode on this mansion, which was a bit of a long-term project. Is how I like to do a lot of these more huge builds. I'll kind of add on them as the days progress, and then when I'm ready, I'll go all out and complete the build. So on the episode previously, we actually went into the mall at the city, so I thought I'd do something a bit more rural, so to speak, something across the map. So here we go. So a few episodes ago, I did this wonderful kind of sun lounge, balcony-esque type thing. I didn't put in the roof. This is something I put in off camera afterwards. A little shrubbery to complement our lovely balcony. So what we're going to do this episode is we're going to do some of the exterior of this mansion, get it all nice and finished. The interior may take another episode. It depends how far we get. But yes, that is the essential gist of the episode, folks. We are finishing off the exterior of the mansion. I've played around with a few of the other layout designs, because I thought these pillars looked a bit too close together. So we had them here instead of here. I thought it was a bit too tight, if you get me. So I moved them to the side. I actually moved this garage section up because I want there to be more rooms. I want this to be an essential improvement from what I did onto this mansion, which needs a bit of a bit of elbow grease, I'd say, just to finish some stuff off. There were some things I left out, like the garage like this. So hopefully some more experience on, well, making fancy garages should be able to help out in that regard. So what are we going to use for said build? So I was thinking something along the lines of smooth quartz and pillar quartz. That was essentially the idea at the start. So if we just show you right now, just bringing up the quartz like so. And another one over here. Nice. So what we're essentially doing is just adding some more depth to the wall around the mansion. How does that look? Pretty good. It's at sunset already. My word. Time sure flies when you're having fun, eh, folks? So we'll just we'll build up these pillars and see how it looks. Very monotonous, but it needs doing. Okay, so we bring this one up, and then this one, like so. Very nice. Okay. Ooh, I tell you what, not bad at all. Now, although we have made a lovely gradient over here, there is some room to add some more colors to this mansion, because let's see. So we got the color gradient of cyan wool, cyan concrete powder, striped warped hyphae, which is the most complicated word in the game, in my opinion. And of course, we got some regular prismarine. So there is some room to add some more to the color palette of this build. It's essentially something that we could decide on later or earlier, at my convenience, really. So let's just build this up and see how that looks. Okay, that's nice. I appreciate the more tight pillar formations at the side rather than in the middle. It's kind of a change. So most of the time it'll be a big pillar on the sides and then two in the middle. But we've kind of gone a step up from that overall design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my bed out. I'm going to take a sleep. I'm going to add some more pillars around the house, see how it looks, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, folks, we are back after that brief intermission. So I've managed to put some pillars around the general mansion walls. Overall, it isn't too much, but it's all about kind of building up the structure itself. First of all, I kind of added in the color variant, and then the balcony, and then adding up the pillars. It's all a bunch of things which you kind of throw together, and then you get a building, essentially. This kind of ramshackle method doesn't work all the time though, so I'm going to try my best to make it a bit more orderly when it comes to the interior, which I may do this episode. I'm still thinking on what I might make in there, because of course we just got a box right now. I need to put in the overall interior layout, as I did with that mansion over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to count up the walls of said building. So the way I counted it up was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roof, floor, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roof. Now the thing is, this goes down one, so if we make some kind of incline where the garage is, I think that might be a good way to add depth to the build. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roof, roof, floor. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roof. Okay, that works. Just adding one more block of roof to the overall garage area, maybe like a buffer between the actual roof and the floor of the second floor. So I think that's what we're going to do. In general, I want to make a design for the kind of middle bit over here. So I okay, counting with wasabi. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roof and floor. So it's this one. Okay, like so. So maybe some smooth quartz stairs there. Okay, going somewhere. Maybe something at the side. Now, what could we add? Ooh. Now, here's a thought. Maybe blocks of iron. Now, I tell you what, folks, that might just be crazy enough to work. Let's see if we can recreate it here. Do it like so. How does that look? Okay. Maybe something like that. Okay, that looks good. Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into a quick time lapse where we wrap that around the house, add a quick interior layout, and focus on the garage. So I think without further ado, let's get on with our time lapse. Okay, folks, we are back from our time lapse. Now, let me show you what I have essentially done. So, as I said before we actually went in, I wrapped this wonderful iron block and smooth quartz stair design around the entirety of the property, or at least the building itself. Really nice how I think this came out. A lot of these buildings will have a kind of continuous design apparatus. So some of it will be Art Deco, some buildings will be more classical, Georgian, that kind of thing. But I really like what I've done up here. I used the pillar quartz blocks. I put them on their side, and it looks like Greek pillars. And I think that's a really nice touch, especially for this building. Now, for these kind of corner pillars, I actually removed the sideways pillar quartz because I thought it looked a bit too bunched together, and I think it looks a lot better if I just leave this one empty and give this one a bit more emphasis as an actual pillar rather than just smushing them all together. Now, if we actually go into the interior, I've done some not big interior work, just setting down a floor design, what it might be. So this will be the kind of entranceway. You got your staircase up here, maybe a kitchen. The kitchen will be in there, living room, all sorts of things, maybe a study. But what we're going to focus on in here is the main garage, which I've actually just focused on not very much. I decided to leave it until after the time lapse, until I started doing stuff. So there we go. So the first thing we are going to do is we're actually going to fill this in with stone. So if I put in my /fill command, this is a great command, folks. It essentially allows you to fill in large quantities of blocks with, well, whatever block you want. So in this case, we're just doing from corner to corner, like so. Like so. It's filling in the coordinates. And the block we want is, of course, stone. There we go. So we've filled that in. We'll do... Actually, no, we won't choose stone for this one. We'll actually choose... Where is it? Stone brick. This is a dividing line, because I want there to be a different block for the road that actually goes into the garage. Like so. Okay. How does that look? Yeah, pretty generic, but we've got a floor in. That is what matters. Okay, so what we're going to do now is something that contrasts against the kind of purpley aqua colors we got here. So maybe some terracotta at first, like so. Going over here. So yeah, I'll fill in this wall, and I think we'll see what we can do next. Okay, folks, so I've added in the rest of the wall. I actually added another block, orange terracotta, as a kind of medium, just to add a bit of more grime to the garage, because, like, let's be honest, folks, it doesn't matter how big your house is, whether that be a mansion in the more, you know, affluent parts of the world, or a nice bungalow, your garage is always going to be somewhat messy. So I'm decided to add in some more blocks, like so. Orange terracotta and terracotta is a really nice exchange in colors in the color wheel, like so. So the next blocks we are going to use are, first of all, light gray concrete. We're just going to pepper these around, and I'll show you why in a second. How does that look? Very nice. Okay, so just pepper oh, my brain's shouting out. Peppering along these light gray concrete blocks. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add light grey concrete as a contrast block. Now let's see how that looks. Not bad, not bad. A bit bold, but I like it. You know, sometimes, folks, you just gotta try these designs out just for the sake of trying them out. And if they work, then great. If not, then you just gotta try again. So we're just gonna build this up like so. And this may not be the most efficient way of stacking up gravity-assisted blocks. Oh dear. Right. So we're building this up to... What was the block height? So 2 blocks above here. So up to here. Yep. Cool. So if we build these up like so. Unfortunately, folks, but a lot of this mansion building does require this, so... somewhat monotonous, but we'll get to the good stuff in a second. Okay, building this up. Oh. Okay. So the final thing we need to do is add the roof. So if I fill in these blocks over here, so we'll do one block over here, do the /fill command. So /fill, and then input the coordinates, minus 242, 82, and of course 271. And then over here is the other set of coordinates, like so, minus 255, 82, and of course 294, and then fill that in with stone. So now we have our roof. The final thing I think we need to do is, well, for one, we need to put in a potion of night vision. Second of all, we need to put in some lovely light grey concrete powder. I think third, we need to extend this as well. And then finally, we need to add in the kind of rim around the overall garage. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put... Oh, scary cave sounds. That usually happens when you cover over a building, folks. Okay, so smooth quartz over the top here. And then there we go, we've got our essential garage done. Now, although this is done on a general macro sense, I do need to decorate this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go off camera for a quick second, decorate the absolute, you know, lot out of it, and get you a nice interior for you to, well, for you to look at. So I think without further ado, I'll be right back after this short intermission. Okay, folks, we are back from that brief intermission, but before I show you anything at all, I just wanted to say, if you do like what I do, if you do like my content, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Doing so helps spread my channel amongst the blessed YouTube algorithm. Of course, it helps spread my content to you amazing, just fantastic folks. Okay, so let's see what we've done in the garage. So I had a few ideas, but I went through the actual tutorial playlist that I made, link in the description below. I found a good few amount of cars, expensive cars. This one is my most recent tutorial, my Fallout London concept sports car. This one is a bit of an older tutorial, my Fallout Zip, and of course this is a other old tutorial, I believe, the custom Chrysler Starlight, which was made from some concept art and ArtStation. Of course, I will link these tutorials in the description below. But I really like how this came out. It really kind of tells of the rugged kind of garage, you know, the owner kind of constantly fixing up their fancy cars, loads of engines and car parts on the shelves, maybe a bookshelf if you need to read on the becoming a mechanic and things like that. So although this is closed off, I am planning to open up a way into the actual house itself, because it's a garage. You can't just have like the garage itself closed off from the rest of the house. There has to be a way inside and a way to get through in that. So in terms of texturing, I used a variety of andesite and coal ore on the sides of the room. Now this is a very old technique. What it essentially does, it's supposed to imitate oil and things like that. Now although these are actually cars, I think it may be good if we put in some copper ore, because you gotta remember, folks, this is Fallout. So a lot of these cars are going to be incredibly space age and may have some kind of space age coolant or something like that. So maybe adding a bit of copper ore kind of indicates some kind of space age material other than oil that they are using and things like that. But I won't add too much, you know, that would imply that they're all broken down. So yeah, I think this has gone pretty well. Of course, we got some lighting up here, and actually, you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a way up here. Now, what I didn't realize when I actually made this layout is that there's a 2-block gap in between. So I think I will make something along those lines, maybe a staircase up. Actually, that's a great idea, because we got a 2-block gap. We got the wall here, so we can make a a short staircase up to the room. Very tight, but I think a change in scale is good for an interior. At least sometimes. It depends how big the interior is. But there we go. So that has been episode 41 of Constructing New Walden City. A bit of a change from the, well, the city lifestyle, which we've been doing for a couple of episodes. So I do hope you enjoy it. My name has been Dr. Wasabi. I do hope you actually enjoyed my video. It just melts my heart having you come over to watch my stuff. So thank you so much. Of course, my name has been Dr. Wasabi. I wish you a most pleasant good evening. And of course, as always, God bless. And now, folks, it is time to say good night. We sincerely appreciate your viewing and hope we've succeeded in providing you with an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Stay happy and come back again soon. Good night.